Well, here it is. This is the third and final piece in my farmhouse DIY series. So if you remember, I found these boards and I had three of them, and I challenged myself to create three completely different designs. So this one, I decided I wanted to do the crackle, and throughout that process, I learned a very valuable lesson. Sometimes I could get my crackle to work, sometimes I couldn't, and I thought I was obviously doing something wrong. Well, this time it did not work. So there you can see I'm putting on the crackle. The problem, and I didn't know, I had to actually do some Google research on this one, is I was using the wrong paint type. I was using multi-surface paint. And the reason it didn't work is because it's too flexible and it moves with the crackle instead of breaking. And I also was painting incorrectly. Like I was making too many passes over it. And if you can see on the bottom there, because I started drying it, because I'm like, something isn't right. So I thought if I dried it, using my heat tool, but you can see little bubbles down there. And I'm like, okay, what gives? So this is, I took some time and did a little bit of research, and that's what I was doing wrong. So let that be a lesson to you guys. So I decided to sand it down. Now I did not take all that paint off. I did just make sure that I took off, all the bubbles and stuff. And then I also wanted the cracks to show a bigger contrast. So then I took this darker gray, put that on there, trying to be more careful about just the one pass. And then I sanded some of those bubbles. They came through a little bit. So I just took and sanded them again. And here I did another layer of the crackle. And with that, you have to let the layers dry for at least an hour. So then I took, you can see I'm like trying to be more careful here, just doing one pass. And it started working right away, and I was so excited about that. So yeah, let my mistake be your gain. Do it right the first time. But it's okay. It's okay to do it wrong and learn from it. That's how we grow. I like that. And I seen that it started already, but then, like I said, I was getting excited and impatient. So I did use my heat tool, and it just worked out so good. I really wish that you could see it a little bit better, but in the end, you can see it better. Then I finished the back, because I like to finish the backs of my pieces just so they're complete. And I just chose a light gray. It is a little bit lighter than the first coat of gray, but I thought that not that you're gonna even see it, but it did match pretty nice. It was really fun to take these boards and do three different designs, completely different. And if you guys have watched the other ones, you know that I found everything in my house. Well, same goes for that faucet. I found that when I moved in as well. I don't know why I never threw it away, and now I'm glad I didn't. But yeah, that was in my basement. See, people who had my house before, he was a plumber, so there's a lot of weird stuff. Anyway, I got that little bucket from St. Vincent. It was $1. I took string lights that I got from Temu. I put a little piece of sticky Velcro on the back of that so that I can stick it inside the bucket so you don't just see it hanging out. And I'm just kind of measuring the length of the faucet to where they would be inside that bucket. I took E6000 and I had to hold it for, I felt like a year because it was so heavy. And you'll see that I decided I was going to use my sander as a little bitty thing to hold it up, because literally I was holding it for, I mean, like 5 minutes. It was heavy and it didn't dry. But what you can notice here in this video is that when I put that in there, it tilted off to the right. And I did not notice that until the end. So you'll see later, I have to redo it. But I took hot glue and I stuck that in there so it would just stay right away, which it didn't, but that's whatever. Then I took some like that gel super glue from Dollar Tree and I squirted it up in there. And I just let it dry, and it had to dry a long time, overnight. Then I decided I needed to add that little hook there because otherwise I would have had to put a shelf on, and I didn't want to do that. I had already had enough trouble with the crackle. I wasn't about to try it again. So I just added that hook, which I thought was cute anyway. And I didn't have the right screws, so the ones I had were silver, so I just painted the antique rub on there and it blended perfectly. Yeah, there, see, I lost the glue. I had to go and redo that again. And I still don't see that this faucet is crooked at this point. Put what was I? Oh yeah, here's where I'm gonna fix it. So I had to heat it up so that I could remove it, which was okay because I decided it was too high anyway. So once I had it off, I did move it down and straightened it out. So sometimes mistakes end up being a good thing. And believe me, this time I really looked at it closely. Especially once I had that little sander piece underneath it again. And then I let it dry overnight again because I wasn't about to mess with it until it was dry. Here's where I put the floral foam in because I'm going to add some green to it. And at first I just kind of shoved the lights in there. And it looked weird. So I actually ended up taking the florals out, putting the lights in, and then putting the floral in, so it kind of like was spread out all over. And I'm just trimming up the little Spanish moss that I put in the bottom. And there it is. So I need your help. Out of all three pieces, which one would you pick? This one might be my favorite, but I don't know. Tell me in the comments, 1, 2, or 3. And if you like this kind of cozy farmhouse DIY, stick around because I've got more. Thanks for coming, and I'll see you next time.